Hi guys, so I have a little project of my own that I have to do, and it has nothing to do with Halloween. Well, sort of. See, this room here has been turned kind of into a storage room for projects, art projects, grandma's craft stuff, holiday decorations, everything. But this is going to be the baby's room, so I have to start cleaning it out and getting it organized. So that's what I'm going to be working on today. Um, Let me take you a look, and you'll see why I have to get started now. So that's all that cardboard I cut up the other night, sitting in the box there. And then this was for Sammy's birthday party. We had a carnival theme, so there we go. We had that, and it was propped up on a chair, and the kids had a great time with that. Party light, more boxes. Again, I got to break down a lot of this stuff. Oh, look at all that blue foam board. Hey, speaking of blue foam board, there's some more of it. Why don't I show you guys what I did for the 2011 season, kind of a short tutorial on some of the stuff I made. Well, while I work on this stuff, I better get started now. Okay, so here are some of the materials that I used. Also, you'll need a Dremel tool. Invest in one if you don't have one. It's great for doing Halloween projects or any other projects. Here I've cut out the basic shapes. The butcher shop sign, you can see I kind of sketched out what I wanted to do with it. The enter sign, I did the same thing. And then I also rounded off the edges, made them a little bit rough here so that they're not, perfect or have that symmetry to them. Want them to be kind of rough. The only one I didn't do was raised butcher shine because I actually wanted it to look good and clean cut. So here are the tombstones carved out with, or not carved out, they're marked out with what I wanted them written on them. Here they're carved out. Sorry, I'm a little tongue-tied today. Just use that Dremel tool with one of the round bits on it, etched out. Here I've added detail to this one, like the cracks. I also did the same thing with the wooden signs, and they came out awesome. And here I'm going to take you through the three-step process basically. Here I've sketched it out. The edges are rounded and I have that detail in it. Here I've taken the Dremel tool with that round bit and I just traced over what I drew. And you could do all kinds of things, pictures, whatever. And here's the final process. I did apply a primer coat and then I did a traditional three-tone gray and some moss. Here's empty tomb, there's room for you. And this is the final product, black in the line, in the writing. And I did a little flame motif. I thought it came out pretty nice. Something different than the traditional stuff. And now we're going to move on to Ben Dismembered, Rest in Pieces. And here lies Henry Blake. He hit the gas and not the brake. And these came out awesome. Ben Dismembered, I did a lighter tone. Again, 3 different colors. And then this way the red blood splatter popped and the rust coming off of the lettering. And Henry Blake got the traditional look with some moss green on it there. See you again. What happens in the grave stays in the grave. This is another favorite of mine besides the empty tomb with the flames. I did a little slime motif on this one. 3 different shades of green. And then the slime was just this cool color I found in our box of paints and just dripped it right over and let it run. And then here is everybody's favorite, the Celtic Cross. The left and the right sides are actually separate pieces. I used wood glue to hold everything together and then let it dry for 24 hours. Then here's it all painted and looking awesome. Used a Dremel tool to etch everything out. Very, very happy with this one. And here's one I just kind of whipped together, an old style wooden cross, 3 tones of browns, a dark, a light, and like a regular brown, and came out good. Alright, here's all my tombstones all done. You can see a few signs there, but I'm going to get more detail into the signs here in a minute. And then we took them out to the graveyard. And this is what they look like in the graveyard. Now you don't see the wooden one there because there's actually a coffin that I made that I kind of attached it to the head of the coffin. So I will do that. I'll show you guys that in a later tutorial or vlog. Now here's the signs with the edges kind of rounded off a little bit, just rough cut. I took the knife and just kind of scraped it. And you can do the same thing with the Dremel. And here's a lighter wood painting. You can kind of see the knot there over the R in danger. It came out really, really nice. And I tried to do something different. I tried doing a stone with the enter sign. Now here's the big sign, and I took those strips of wood and glued 2 pieces of the blue foam board together, and then etched out. Some of it's etched with the Dremel tool, the rest is just painted on, like the population and tours available. The claw marks there are etched in with the Dremel. Halloweenville and Frightful and 666 are all carved out with the Dremel, and then painted in the wood tone 3 different colors. Ray's Butcher Shop sign. Now I didn't do any etching with this. I just wanted that painted on look, like painted by hand look, and then the blood splatters. And I think Ray's a little excited about it. He played the Butcher in the 2011 Halloweenville, so he was excited about it. And also, the kids loved it. They're getting stoked. The more projects I get done and we're bringing over to the house, they were just all excited, as you can tell. Then let's move on to some other projects. I had leftover blue foam board, and I said, well, we need some body parts for the butcher shop. So I drew out a heart and a liver, and I just cut them out with a knife. Then I took the Dremel tool, rounded the edges, etched out the details. Like I said, a Dremel tool is really something to invest in. And this is the heart and liver with a primer coat on it. I primed everything just to kind of help seal it. And then this is the final paint job. And then I used a clear varnish over the top, put them in some meat trays, and wrapped them with saran wrap. Now here's, I wanted to do some Books of the Dead for the Gypsy table this year. So I copied this one kind of from The Evil Dead. You'll probably recognize it. And this is etched out with the Dremel tool. Then I took some dark paint and then painted it with a dark color, and then over that I put a lighter color so those veins would stick out, the wrinkles. Here's another book. I wanted to make one that actually opened up and had pages inside. And so this is it sketched out. Use the Dremel to etch it out. Give it some dimension. And here it is all painted up. Then I just drilled holes, 3 holes in the side, used some twine and tied it together. I stuffed it with newspaper because I was running out of time, so maybe next year I'll put some actual like drawings of, you know, demon things. But that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And I got the room picked up. I know it don't look like it, but it is clean and organized now. Man-eating plant. Some boxes I have to break down and put away. Other things we have to sort through. But we got it cleared out enough to bring the baby stuff in. More Halloween stuff there. So I did get that done. See you next time.